Guys, just a quick account review, a couple of quick things for what's happening at the moment. So we've just come into our Kingshot and we've got Kingdom of Power currently running on day 2. One of the options for this is gathering. So really quickly, when you're going out to gather, okay, we'll go and have a look at this one. So we want it to be maximum level and also all full research. So we have a look here and we've got 700,000 for this particular one. We also want to boost it, so this little arrow here, this little plus sign, there's a section in our growth section gathering for either 8 or 24 hours. I've already used mine, so I've got 23 hours that's remaining in there. So I really want to use this for the days where we're using our resource build. Instead of doing it this way, finding on this green button, you can just go directly up to this little arrow here and you'll be in the same growth area, go to the gathering and then select it there. So there's 2 ways that you can find that. So we've activated our resource one, we've got 7,000, okay, 700,000. So here it gives us the 700,000 that we want. Now you can remove the other players, so get rid of those, no impact whatsoever on the total amount that's there available. Now if you do have this amount and you don't have enough troops, you're going to find that there's a reduction. So if I pull this down, I've got less troops going now, I'm going to get less of that node, okay, so it's going to still have resources available when I leave it. The opposite is not true. If I go up this side and start to increase the amount of troops that I have, it looks like I'm going to get 2 million, but the reality is that's not actually what happens because the node only contains 700, okay? So if I do try and extend this up higher, the only thing that's going to happen is it will probably reduce the gather time, so it'll go a little bit faster for the gathering speed. I haven't actually done that, but I think that's what will happen because I know for a fact it does not increase it. I've increased it several times to try and get more out of it and you don't get more. So all we need to do each time we do it is we just remove the extra 2 players, so we've got them for other things, and then we just hit deploy. Okay, someone else is now using that, that's okay. We'll go over here. We've still got our buff on, so we don't need to. This is 2,800. Yep, get rid of these guys. No changes whatsoever to our stone there, and then deploy. And they're off. Now I've currently got a couple that are already doing it. You can see I've only got 1 player, and it's the one that is linked to that particular thing. So we've got bread here that this guy's farming. If we have a look at his profile, we'll see that this guy has a skill
every single time.
Okay, this skill here, which is increasing this speed of bread gathering. So that's why he's going to be there, and he's defaulted when I select it. So that's olive going for the bread, and the other ones have the same. They've got a skill that's going to give up some extra resources.
Tell me your story.
Okay, mining, stone, wood, all 4 of them. So when I'm going out to do the collecting, I'm going to have each of the single heroes out there collecting. Obviously during All Out, this is a problem, but most of the time we're not in the All Out event, so that's absolutely fine. So I've got those guys going, we've got them on the countdown of how long they're doing their march. Now another quick thing I want to do is talk about gear very quickly. 2 areas, one of them is this section. Now always do the middle 2. Okay, so this is infantry, the middle 2, infantry here and infantry here. They are the meat shields, the ones that stop things happening, and here's the damage ones, the archer, and then the top 2 are cavalry and cavalry. So we don't really care about cavalry at the moment in the season 2 that we're currently in. We'll worry about that in season 4. So we really want to always focus on the middle ones and then the bottom ones second and cavalry third. Now when it comes to gear, please make sure you pay attention to these 3 and 6 little circles here. So this is just saying you should have either 3 or 6 of the same type. So at the moment you can see mine are all orange. Okay, there might be some stars in here, but they don't mean anything. So all of these are currently under the legendary color or the mythic color. So that means that I have 3 of 3 here, and therefore I'm getting a 7% increase. When I get to change those to mythic T1, which means I have to go up the stars, and I get 3 of them at T1, then I'm going to get 8% instead. So always make sure that you're following this system of 3 stars and 6 stars. So again here, all of my mythic is 6, so I'm getting the minimum benefit of 7. If all of these go up to T1, or 6 of them, I'm going to get 8%. But in the interim, obviously I'll get 3 first. So I'll be able to move to T1 first. So don't do like weird numbers with those. With the gear itself, Charm upgrades, much the same. We want to try and focus our charms on the middle ones, please. Okay. Now you'll notice on mine I've got 3 and then I've gone straight to 5. That's just a mathematical thing. So going to 4 is a waste of time, so please don't go to 4. Just save until you've got enough for 5. So go from 3 straight up. Now 1, 2, 3, they're all the same. So you can go from 1 to 2, 2 to 3. But when you go 3 to 5, make sure you do the jump. It's mathematically smarter to do it that way based on resources. Last thing we're going to talk about is the heroes themselves. Okay, so when we go and have a look at the gear for the heroes, there's a couple of things that we need to consider. Now, the left-hand side, these 2 items down here, okay, when it comes to imbuement, which is the part that's past 100, so a lot of people, not too worried about that for the moment, but when you're going past the imbuement, the stats are going to be the same. So the first plus 20 for both the left-hand side will be attack, okay? So this will be attack in the first plus 20, and this will be attack in the first plus 20. Over here on the right-hand side, the 2, we're going to have a look here, and you'll see that the first plus 20 is defense. And that would also apply to this one if I'd gotten it up, but I can't see it because I haven't gotten it up yet. But that also would be plus defense. So you'll probably think, hey, Mal, why have you done it this way? If this one, why have you gone for attack on this side? Okay, instead of doing defense and defense. And that's because there's a secondary part, which is this section here, the expeditionary stats. So this one has infantry health currently on mine here, infantry health, and this one has infantry health as well. So you can see infantry health. So I focused on the health of my troops as a priority instead of defense. Over on these 2, you can't see them because they're not actually at the level to be imbued, but you can see that they're lethality. So lethality for infantry isn't that important, and lethality again for infantry isn't that important. But these 2, the helm and the boots, for an archer, is going to be super important. So we want to make sure that we're boosting the lethality for our archers first. Okay, the lethality, and not worrying so much about the health. Okay, so you'll find that on mine, I've got the helm really high, the boots are pretty high, 110, but over here we've got, luckily I've got it maxed out at 100, but I'm only on level 6 here, and only level 6 because that would only boost the health of the archer, and I'm not too interested in boosting the health of the archer. Cavalry is the same as archer, just think of it as archer. It has less value than archer though, so you'll find that mine has less value overall on them. Okay, you can see that they're sitting roughly 10 to 20 behind. So the lethality will be 10 or 20 in front of the health. Okay, and that kind of applies in the reverse for the infantry. Over here, the HP is higher. Okay, and then behind it a few levels is going to be my lethality. So that's the way that you're meant to build these things. Now don't worry about these imbuement stats. They're honestly for end game play or for when we're in season 4 or something. And if you have any questions, just you can ask me about it then. Lastly, definitely get a level 1 on your widget. Okay, level 1 is enough just to get the benefit. Shut up and fight. You don't need to go to 10. Alright, that's too much.
The wise man does not fear.
Just make sure that you focus on getting at least 1. And the last thing is, I guess we'll just talk about this idea of Chenko and why we ask for him so often. And it's because when we go to our skills, this first ability here on the right hand side will always be the first one that's used in the rally. And this guy has a lethality. It would be just as fine to choose the other lethality leads that we have, like
whispers in the reeds.
Yeah,
so my sword whispers in my
lethality as well. And there's also
are the cherry
a bit of a question around whether or not the attack up is also beneficial. I truly believe it is. So I think our main actually will end up replacing some of the Chenkos that are in our raid in the future. And of course, if you're lucky enough to have him, then the first slot for the Amadeus is also lethality. Alright, so that's just a quick rundown, quick start to the gear, and hope that helps.